or 275-8359. Join us on the street 919 FM every Thursday from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. for Health and Wealth Lifestyle with Nicole Huggins.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's Radio.
Church radio will never be the same again. Join the Church of the Firstborn Assembly with Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson and guests from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. on Sundays and from 9 p.m. to midnight on Wednesdays right here on the street 919 FM. Your free will gifts and offerings will be greatly appreciated. First Citizens Bank account number 795222. For more information, call 753-1113. Psalm 46 verse 1. God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Log on to the church's website, www.churchofthefirstbornassembly.org. Come talk with us.
Realest News, Hard Talk.
Real talk on the street, 919 FM.
Let's talk on the street. The official station that defends the nation.
Never lost my way. Never turned fool when I reach out the crossroad. Never lost my way. Never see the hype and get confused. Never lost my way. Never turned fool when I reach out the crossroad. Never lost my way. Never see the hype and get confused, yo. I'm the element of surprise. Fittest of the fittest shall survive, yeah. Over the mountains I lift my voice. Angels harmonize, yo. Give them another high pitch. Light up another big split, yo. When me sing, me not feel rich. And the money man, I look out of this, yo. Never lost my way. Never turned fool when I reach at the crossroad. Never lost my way. Never see the hype and get confused. Never lost my way. Never turn fool when I reach at the crossroad. Never lost my way. Never see the hype and get confused. My heart could be bitter, but I choose not to. It's love I prefer. I could be a murderer, but I see no joy in being a killer. What makes the world go round? Me say love some money, them a clown. The truth is there to be found, so let it be known. Never lost my way. Never turned fool when I reach at the crossroad. Never lost my way. Never see the hype and get confused. Never lost my way. Never turn fool when I reach at the crossroad. Never lost my way. Never see the hype and get confused. So long there is life, there is hope. So keep it real. The struggle may be long, but this is where I belong. The struggles make me stronger and even much wiser. Soon the world will see the power in me, yo. Never lost my way. Never turned fool when I reach at the crossroad. Never lost my way. Never see the hype and get confused. Never lost my way. Never turned fool when I reach at the crossroad. Never.
that. Highway dancer. Dreams, dog. Chasing my dreams, dog. One Psalms a day, beg Jah for guide me and my team, dog. Dreams, dog. Chasing my dreams, dog. Rest in peace, Sky Blue was a real brother to me. My dog, I am stepping at the skip, skull outright. Now me take off like rocket. You want try to pick up a box, put the brain like the box of mom, me dolly, with the big galley. Me no really business where you come from. Can't scare me, people love me. Big long broom, you know how we sleep. These streets, lie down. I riddle up your body, lie down. So you is a bad man and I cry now. 5.5. In a long talk when me drive past. Pull up, boom, boom, blood from my glass. Window wine up, then me press gas. Long live Skyda, we no cross gas. Dreams, dog. Chasing my dreams, dog. One Psalms a day, beg Jah for guide me and my team, dog. Dreams, dog. Chasing my dreams, dog. Rest in peace, Sky Blue was a real brother to me, dog. Remember all the time when we rubbing in December. All the pretty girl I lie when me enter. Remember the days when me not eat. Remember the days when me not sleep. Remember the days when me can't smoke. Listen, I'm no joke. Now we have to bust the biggest attention. The girls them keep on loving us. 100 a week, see me at them crush. They take down, me no really rush. Don't know the line, who we live it. My girl are your girl, your girl are my girl. We all are share the same girl. It's not shy. Dreams, dog. Chasing my dreams, dog. One Psalms a day.
With changes in operations due to COVID-19, over 10,000 TNTech customers have signed up to pay their bill online and receive bills by email. Commercial and residential customers, do business with TNTech online today. Sign up at www.ttec.co.tt/CWA.
We know the street because we talk to the street.
Come talk with us on the Street 919 FM.
Yeah, we better than them. Yeah, we better than them.
DJ Redman.
Yeah, we living like the narcos.
So let me say a very special good afternoon to you, the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. Let me thank Google for holding it down for the past few hours. The place just was really, really nice listening to Google on my way to work. Blessings to you, bro. Let me say good afternoon to those of you locking us down locally, regionally, internationally. Wherever you're listening to my voice, I say thank you so much for choosing me. My name is Aisha Wells, and I'm in your company today until 7 o'clock alongside my co-host, Mr. Vern X DeVore, a.k.a. Mr. X. How you doing, bro?
I'm excellent, Aisha. Good afternoon, and happy Feast of the Corpus Christi to all of you locked on in Trinidad and Tobago. It's a holiday. Special good afternoon to the Catholic community. I hope you all are well. Tobago, what's happening?
Let me start off by saying condolences to one of our local dancehall artists by the name of K. Lion or Quentin. I think Quentin is the name he is known by in Gonzales and Belmont. He passed away last evening in Miami, Florida. We're being told from a medical episode, a heart attack or so. Young boy, 26 years old.
26.
Who came out with the Zessa movement, the list of local entertainers, and of course, his picture has been making rounds on social media with so many persons having nothing but positive words to say. Also, there was a gun salute in Belmont last night going out to him, so much so that the cops had to be called out after 2-3 o'clock in the morning, you know. So I don't know what really happening in Belmont, but of course his death would have touched many, yeah. So I want to say condolences going out to his friends and his fans. And of course, anytime a young person is killed, you know, you just have to think of all the dreams that have been snatched away. So much is happening in Trinidad and Tobago. A couple things caught my attention in the news. And of course, I don't know if you saw the central bank release. Did you see the central
About
bank?
the $100 notes?
Yeah, well, that is one of them.
I saw that one.
And the other release coming out from central bank is basically telling the population to brace for job cuts. You know, according to the article. Let me just get it for you.
Yeah.
According to the article, it says central bank predicts more job cuts. And the story goes on that central bank is predicting that there could be a continued layoff and reduction in working hours as the impact of the coronavirus pandemic continues. In the latest monetary public report, the bank noted that the stay-at-home orders had hurt the labor markets, and an increase in employment and the pace at which this may happen will depend on the increase to aggregate demand. The report read, the adjustments in the labor market that have already taken place, including layoffs and reduction in working hours, could persist for some time, depending on the strength of aggregate demand. According to the bank, the pace of recovery of the TNT economy in 2021 will depend on both local and global factors. The pace and extent of the recovery in 2021 will depend on the still unknown part of this deadly pandemic and the repercussions on global trade, commodity markets, and domestic business and employment, according to the monetary report. The monetary report showed that the collapse in oil and gas and the petrochemical prices was significantly due to mild winters, coronavirus, and trade wars, which all led to a collapse in demand and an oversupply of the situation. According to the central bank, between January and February, global crude oil demand plummeted in the reaction of the spread of the COVID-19, putting downward pressure on oil prices. It read from January to April, crude oil prices dipped to almost US $41 per barrel, a decline in nearly 71%. Natural gas prices fell to 14.3% over the same period, reflecting the persistently weak demand due to mild winters in important countries. In May, crude oil prices staged a small recovery following the drop to zero, but prices remained far below pre-pandemic levels. This has been partly resulted in the central government deficit being projected to the higher than initial budgeted for the fiscal year 2029 to 2020, resulting in the rise in public sector borrowing supplemented and drawdowns from the Heritage and Stabilization Fund. The central bank said it expects a smaller surplus in the country's external current account due to relatively subdued energy prices and more sluggish demands for Trinidad and Tobago's non-energy exports for CARICOM. Before the COVID-19 pandemic in the fourth quarter of 2019, Trinidad and Tobago's economy displayed tentative signs of modest activity and central bank said. The report noted that preliminary data show a 1.4% increase year on year in the central bank's quarterly index of economic activity in the fourth quarter. Led by a non-energy sector, construction activity turned upward with the acceleration of the public sector infrastructure programs such as Curup Interchange and other major roadworks. One of the several indicators used to track wholesale and retail trading activity is the number of motor vehicles and registrations. The local foreign exchange market remained tight over the first 5 months of 2020, the bank said. It noted that the lower energy sector conversions led to the reduced prices from the market by authorized dealers, and economic situations also reflected in the decline in demand of foreign exchange, the bank revealed. At the end of May 2020, official international reserves stood at US $6.9 billion, equivalent to 8 months of import cover. 8 months.
8 months.
8 months.
6.9 million, is it?
Billion.
Billion?
8 months of import cover. So yesterday, when we gave Trinidad and Tobago some advice, it wasn't bad advice at all.
No, at all.
People would think that we would have read this report a day ago.
Prior.
And it's only someone who pay attention to what's happening in the world and have a fair balance of what's happening internationally would understand what's going on here. And it's not rocket science that central bank is telling us that there's going to be job cuts.
And it's unfortunately so true, and some people may take it for granted that these job cuts may come and disappear. But what this report is telling us is also that here's what's happening. These job cuts are likely to come, and it will last a while. And we have to batten down the hatches, brace for impact. And I don't even want to explore too much further exactly other situations that could come and, even set us back even further.
And again, I will continue to say, this is the type of conversation I want politicians to have when they come to the electorate. How are you going to put us? I don't expect you to work a miracle, but how are you going to put us on the right footing going forward? That is the kind of conversation. What ideas do you have to produce job security, food security, as we had that conversation yesterday?
Continued development, because we are a developing nation still.
I'm saying we're spinning top in mud if we're not asking our politicians these questions,
Agreed. And it has nothing to do with trying to shame or make anybody look bad. It's just a simple case of putting these questions out there so we'll know where we head in, what we could look forward to, what we could look out for. Because, Aisha, it comes to mind a lot that without the proper information, some members of the community may feel slighted when things have to change, when things have to make drastic moves, drastic changes.
You're preaching it, but go ahead.
And it just come out of nowhere, out of thin air. People are going to feel as though they're being victimized. They're going to feel disenfranchised.
They're going to feel that they were tricked, that they were conned, because on the campaign trail you made no mention of it. And then as soon as you get into office, let's just say you cut food card, or you cut, because usually how it goes is that these things are the first to go. Those at the bottom of the economic ladder are the first to feel the brunt of it.
Yeah.
I'm thinking you should prepare persons in advance. This is just my advice to politicians. Prepare the population in advance of what is to come. If you have to win based on telling the truth.
Yes.
Don't make promises that you cannot keep. Because according to Central Bank, we have 8 months. 8 months of import cover. Unless something drastic happens that will result in, and I don't see anything drastic in the foreseeable future. Oil and gas is being phased out globally. Solar energy is what the world is now investing in. Trinidad and Tobago needs to focus really fast on the direction that we're going to go in, else, like I said, we're spinning top in mud. But I don't want to be the bearer of bad news. I just wanted to raise that issue with you because we spoke about it yesterday. And like I say, talking about it yesterday, people would assume that we had information that it was going to be in the public domain.
Because of the advice you got.
Because of the advice that we gave. But it's just being, reinforced here.
No, it's just proactive. We take a look at things and look at it from a critical angle. You'll understand that where we stand, people. While we might be enjoying the lifting of COVID restrictions and life returning to an openish situation, it's not going to be normal. Citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, we must understand that this COVID relief that we are getting is really us just trying to make sure citizens can have something close to normal lives. But the key piece of information you must remember is that this could last us at least 18 months to 3 years, at worst 10.
Yes, yeah.
Because the statistics from Dr. Carrington in the health conference that they had 2 conferences ago, she said it'll take them about 18 months to have the first vaccine ready.
Yep.
Because they're now going to do clinical trials in the UK. And the problem in the UK is to find 10,000 people to check it on.
Yeah, that volunteer to have it tested.
Yes, because their numbers going down as well. Right? And then past that, for you to get into production now, we're going to take you another couple of months. We'll take you into the 3-year period.
Talk.
And I know I'm saying, I just wanted that 3-year period to sink in people, and we have to accept that. 2023 is when we may be seeing vaccines coming out of the producers into Trinidad and Tobago, and you already know where we stand in the world market. It's going to go to the bigger communities, bigger countries, bigger continents, in terms, and I have to say it like this, it's going to go there first. A lot of them are going to be produced out there first. They're going to get it first. We are going to wait on shipments.
Facts.
And if we have to understand that reality, people, we cannot at this time take any of this for granted.
And again, like I said, this is the type of conversation I want our politicians to have with the population. You know, brace us for what is to come. Help us to buckle down and prepare. If you have to win an election, let it be based on telling the truth. Than going to election with false promises and directly after that pull the rug from under us.
Yeah. No, we have a real key responsibility as Trinidad and Tobago citizens to do the right thing. Wear your mask, wash your hands, practice your hygiene, and so on and so forth.
Okay, so we're asking to do a little bit of research. What was the unemployment rate before COVID-19? Pull it up for me, Mr. X. Let me say good afternoon to Camille Kuhn, to Joycelyn Pabo. She says, look, the king and the queen of talk. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you very much.
Shari Bartholomew said, I remember the PPP government never told us it only had 3 days of money for the government to service on LOL. But thank God the Prime Minister came and he is doing a fantastic job. I don't ever believe it had 3 days of money.
3 days. I mean, 3 days of money.
Not everything the politicians say on the platform is factual. 3 days of money. That doesn't even sound correct. I'm just saying.
I think if we were actually at that point, it would have been a real state of emergency.
Well, if we had 3 days worth of money and the government is going on as normal, then I would think they're making money out of straw, because there have been no real economic growth over the last few years in this country. So that 3 days worth of money going real long, that is like telling me, you know, they're doing miracles. I want to say good afternoon to those of you who did your planting this morning on Corpus Christi holiday. Clarence Rambarat was farming.
He was farming?
Yes, in the Chaguanas area. I think he's Chaguanas East. And, you know, they went out and they assisted with community gardens for the elderly. So I want to say congratulations to the Minister, Karen Rambarat, as well as Jillian John was farming in La Hoqueta, Talparo as well. They have a community garden going on. Look at it. I shared the video.
Okay. Oh, right. Nice.
They're doing lettuce and other things up there in La Hoqueta, you know. Similar exercise as to what I did in East Dry River with the abandoned lots. And it's young people doing the farming. So I want to say congratulations to the La Hoqueta, Talparo constituency. Yeah, it's a big,
large
farming going on right now.
Is that, where in La Hoqueta is this?
I have no idea.
This is mostly crystal thing, No Borders 8C. I'll go and check it out.
Check it out and you'll find out. So I just want to say congratulations to both Chaguanas East and La Hoqueta Talparo for taking heed as to what we spoke about yesterday about food security. Good afternoon to Jim and Harry. She's locked on and listening. All you get in, share the live. And Nicole is saying it's like the bread and the fish in the Bible.
The
loaves and the fish by running the country with 3 days worth of money. Gail Regis Edwards, good afternoon to you, Queen. Hope you're having a blessed day today. Did you have the unemployment figures to me?
Yes. Now, this is a futuristic report. I have 2 sets of details. Between 2016 and 2018, we're looking at 2.5, 2.7, 2.8% kind of thing. And according to the CEIC report, Trinidad and Tobago forecast unemployment rate is forecasted to be at 5.04% in December 2020. All right, its records increased from the last reported number of 4.96 in December 2019. Because remember the figures I gave you just on 2016, 2017, 2018.
Yeah.
2019's close was 4.96% unemployment. Looking ahead, Trinidad and Tobago's unemployment rate is projected to stand at 5.120% in December 2021.
Okay.
So we're looking at a gradual decline going through the next 18 to 24 months.
Okay.
You know, so we're looking at some decline going forward. I mean, and particularly it's been influenced by COVID. Some of the data, just so you know, 2016 was 2.97, 2017 was 2.71, and 2018 was 2.5.
I see you on the phone lines. We're going to go to the line shortly. Manuela Peters is locked on from Orlando, Florida. And Sharon is saying, not them alone told us. Some media people told us the same thing if we are for real. She's wondering if we never heard it before. And I'm saying, okay, some media persons told us the Treasury had 3 days worth of money. Does that sound like sense? Sometimes you have to take in the information that you get, and you have to analyze what sounds factual from what is not factual.
What sounds sensational?
We can afford to talk about this because the central bank released these figures that we are discussing. Not somebody on the radio who said that the Treasury only had 3 days worth of money. Find out where the information comes from and analyze it. We're going to go back to the lines. Let's see who is there. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us.
Aisha, and good afternoon to Ex-Devon.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Ex-Devon.
Well, I want to say that, you know, my mind is that we should be celebrating the life of our footballer gone past by there. Because you're going through the politics all the time, every evening, the same kind of politics kind of thing. And we have people who going past by who the children, the kids, and then they know about. So let them know, let's put out Cedric Joseph, the thing that he did for the country, and you know, it is life about the country and stuff. I'm not telling you to run your show how you know. But, you know, somebody you told me, Cedric Joseph, you know, and we should be talking about something about him, the thing that he did.
Well, you're free to talk about it. I don't have much information on him, so you can go ahead and tell us what you know.
Oh, well, Cedric Joseph, a great footballer, and well, I had come to part working with him because we used to work customs together. He was a custom officer the last time that I had close contact with him. And watching him on the field, and I know him and Alvin together, you know, visiting Alvin and, you know, two of them hanging around together. And it's something that, you know, people who have a little more knowledge in him could talk about and let us know a little more, like, you know, something about him. I just know a few about him in the custom area and watch him on the field once or twice as I used growing up, you know, because he was actually about 12 years older than me. So I was a little fella watching him playing football and being Alvin and those boys, and, you know. So we should, I'm not telling you how to run the show, but we should have a little conversation about that, some of the footballers, old footballers and stuff. Good afternoon.
Right. Thank you so much, Mano. Okay, so let me say good afternoon to Christine Curtin. She is my nose ring person. So if you're looking for any sort of piercings and earrings for piercings, then that is definitely a girl. Yeah, Christine, thank you so much for being a fan of the program. And Humble Max is also on the inside. How you doing, Humble Max? Hope all is well. Caller, you live?
Hi, good day.
Good day to you.
It's Corpus Christi, and we talk about Jillian John. I would also like to thank the government of Trinidad and Tobago for providing free training at the St. George East Administrative District. They provided training on small-scale agriculture.
What days was this?
That was today?
That was today?
No. They provided training. The training at the Maloney Regional Complex, April 16th to the 30th.
Okay.
And it continues right through.
Thank you so much for sharing.
This training, I am now able to do my own backyard gardening.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Thank you for sharing that with us. Okay, so we have 44 minutes before the next break. We'll take this call quickly. You just have a few seconds, caller.
Good afternoon.
Hey, how are you doing? Good afternoon.
I don't think, because you see, the man who, the Minister of Finance, had made that statement, we have money to run the country for 3 days. He was on a talk show in the night, and I challenged him with that same conversation.
22 seconds. Do me a favor. Call me back directly after the break.
When he said we have money to run the country for 3 days, Didn't mean literally we have money to run the country for 3 days.
Well, call us back and let's discuss it right after this break.
And we would. I definitely would.
Thank you so much. I would. I always do. All right, we're going to go for that break.
Talk your talk.
But we know talk. Come talk with us.
The Street
919 FM.
This Saturday on Iwer Stage.
Yo, what up, friends? It's your boy Stargram here, and you see this coming Saturday, the 15th of June. It's all about yours truly, Ahmed Stargram, heading down to Iwer Stage. Yes, Iwer Stage for the first time ever Chutney Clash. You heard it, the first time ever Chutney Clash. Iwer Stage, that's this coming Saturday, the 15th of June. I'm going to be singing against my sister in the business, Kavita Rampis, the Chutney Empress. So we're going to be live from 8 p.m. on Facebook, Street 919 FM and 101.7 Facebook page. You all keep it locked. Don't you miss it. This coming Saturday from 8 p.m. Yours truly, Instagram, Kavita Rampis team. See you.
Hey guys, this is Igil Kavita Ramkisoon, your Chutney Empress, and on Saturday, June 13th, I am coming to Iwer Stage on 919. We're having something called a Chutney Clash. And guess who I'm up against? Ahmed Stargram. That's my boy, you know. But you see, Saturday is no mercy. We starting at 8, so don't be late. It's 2 Chutney Soca finalists ripping it up on one stage. The vibes real nice. Don't miss it, you know.
Streaming live on Instagram at Iwer George, Facebook Neil Iwer George, and YouTube Iwer TV. It's Iwer Stage.
Hi there, I'm Lester Sublal, inviting you to join me on the first, second, and third Saturday, 8:30 p.m. to 11 p.m. for the program Slow Gospel Music, and on the 4th and 5th Saturday from 8:30 p.m. for an extended version of Slow Gospel Music on Street 91.9 FM.
A bacon shark at Maracas Beach is truly an experience. Now get the same exquisite taste of the beach in the heart of town. Richard's Bacon Shark from Maracas to the city. 7 Western Main Road, St. James. Curbside pickup and delivery is available. To order, call 488-BAKE. That's 488-2253 or 75-SHARK, 757-4275. Richard's Bacon Shark from Maracas to the city. The taste you know and love is just a little closer.
Get interactive with the Street 919 FM.
All day, every day. See us all live on our Facebook page.
Share and comment on our show.
Like our page.
Chat with our live on-air announcers.
The Street 919's Facebook page.
Live and interactive all day, every day. The Street 919 FM.
Come talk with us.
This is Pastor Charles from the Upper Room Ministry. Tune into the Street 91.9 FM every Wednesday from 12 midnight to 5 a.m. for a time of prayer and intercession. I want you to know that we are going to have a TIME time in the presence of God, lifting up our nation, lifting up our families in prayer. I'm looking forward to, my God, for you to join with me. Praise God, every Wednesday, praise God, praying for our nation, praying for our families, praying for our children. Join with me every Wednesday at 12 midnight. Tune into the Street 91.9 FM. God bless you.
Are you looking for a home care aide for an elderly parent? Maybe you're looking for a nanny or babysitter for your children. Are you looking for a housekeeper or cleaner for your home or office? Then Helping Hands Home Care is the place for you. We provide qualified home care aid, nannies, babysitters, housekeepers, and cleaners at reasonable prices. We work so you don't have to. Just send us your budget and schedule and we'll make it happen. Are you trained in home care? Do you have experience in caring for the elderly, disabled, or children? Or maybe you want to earn extra money cleaning homes and offices? Then be part of our team. We want you. Contact us today, WhatsApp or call 4838741 to sign up. We are Helping Hands Home Care. Helping Hands Home Care. The home is where the heart is.
Technology just went a step further with Global Galaxy app. The Global Galaxy app shows you where the hotspots are when looking for a good time. Looking for something new? This app is going to resolve all that for you. It allows you to see a live projection of the amount of people in a specific club, restaurant, hotel, boat ride, and more. Showing you menus, reviews, specials, and much more. Global Galaxy is worldwide and allows business owners to upload their content, videos, memes, and menus. Global Galaxy app is also a very good marketing strategy to allow more traffic in your establishment and is available free for both Android and iOS devices. So, any user that downloads this app sees all participating restaurants, hotels, boat rides, and wherever you would like to go. Business owners just have to log in at our website, www.globalgalaxy.com, and register on the website. And you would have an admin section where you would be able to manage the visual of those who would be using the app. As long as you install the app and check into a participating outlet, gives you a thumb to check in anonymously. So please don't be alarmed. You would not be informed of whom would be at the establishment. It just gives you a quantitative live feed so that you would know exactly where you would like to go and how many people are there. Download the app today. Global Galaxy app, available for both Android and iOS devices.
Tune in to Shaman's Path every first and third Friday from 10:05 to 10:35 a.m. for hidden truths, wise sayings, current events based on prophecies and shamanic healing methods. Call 496-1471 or log on to shamanezra.com. This program is brought to you through the kind courtesies of Kudo Herbal Health, distributors of Kudo Alkaline Water, which assist with your pH balance and promoting a healthy lifestyle. We also engage in medical massages and therapy. For more info, call 722-2614.
Wondering what's for lunch or dinner? Jenny's on the Boulevard has lots of specials for you from May 11th to May 23rd. Enjoy 10% discount for groups of 5 orders or more and pickup orders of $500 or more. 10% off with valid ID, police, army, and other emergency services. 20% off all government ministry orders. 30% off desserts. Grab and go mini assorted desserts, $60. 30% off beers and fruit drinks. Free delivery on orders over $300. 10% discount for orders over $500. Free delivery plus 10% discount for orders over $1,000. Choose from our famous Chinese-style express buffet, the American menu, burgers, ribs, and more. Italian menu, pasta, and more. Opening daily between the hours of 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Call us today at 625-1807, 395-3757, or 488-8800. Takeout, curbside pickup, or delivery available. Jenny's on the Boulevard for all your Chinese, American, and Italian needs.
Better vision for your physical eyes, and through the eyes of faith, let healing arise in your mind, body, and spirit. At Natural Healing Ministries, we teach kingdom principles for living that brings the blessing of God to your mind, body, and soul.
NHM Professional Associates are located at number 10 Moody Stewart Street, Monrepos, San Fernando. For more info, contact Dr. Desmond Phillip at NHM on 349-3494.
NHM Professional Associates can be heard live on the street 919 FM every Saturday from 9:05 to 9:55 a.m.
Sanitized? Check. COVID-free? Check. At New City Mall, check out our grand selection of high-quality clothing and accessories from men and women. Save on all items with competitive prices and courteous service throughout the entire mall. New City Mall is located in the heart of Port of Spain with entrances at number 3 Charlotte Street and 41 Independence Square. We offer a variety of shirts, long and short sleeve, round and V-neck tops, vests, caps, hats, sunglasses, briefs, boxers, shorts, swim trunks, denim jeans, long and 3/4, socks, sneakers, casual and athletic, shoes, dressy and fashionable, dresses, formal and casual, short sets, skirts, lingerie, undergarments, and a wide range of accessories. Come check us out, as we also have clothing and accessories in the following brands: Levi's, Clarks, Dream USA, Armani Exchange, Hollister, American Eagle, Ralph Lauren, Truck Fit, Nautica, Nike Air Force and Air Max, Puma, Adidas, Timberland, Huarache, Academics, Aeropostale, Old Navy, Forever 21, Hanes, Dockers, Guess, Converse, and much more. And if you want to get a new look, we have barbers, hairstylists, weave hair, and wigs on sale. New City Mall, like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram. Opening hours are Monday to Thursday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Friday and Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m.
We know the streets because we talk to the streets.
Come talk with us on the Street 919 FM.
Thank you so much for staying with us. We have an interview in the next hour, so look forward to that. Let me just read some of your messages. Continue to send them via WhatsApp. So someone said, the statement of 3 days worth of money left in the treasury sounded like mischief. Because if that was so, where did the government priorities when around the same time $3 million was spent on Casabon paintings? Also, it would be impossible for police to lock up 9,000 or some bandits and saying 10,000 black youths, how much of the prison can hold. That was also mischief. The person is saying, to be honest, it was overly exaggerated, not realistic, even though I was totally against it in the first place. Hi, caller, you're back.
Yes, ma'am.
You see how we let you back in and we didn't victimize you?
I'm very grateful and thankful because I've been trying for the past 2 days.
Really?
Yes.
I humbly apologize.
This is a WhatsApp number and it's not a WhatsApp I'm calling. I actually pay for this call.
I'm sorry. Go ahead and make your contribution.
All right. So let's see if we can start.
Yes.
Because this is supposed to be the balance.
Of course.
Right. But we go down a road, seem to be somewhat lean towards one side.
You find so?
So yes, because that conversation this evening and listening to the texters seems to tell us that the PNM is lying to us.
Well, I don't know if it seems to be the PNM is lying.
That's the purpose of my call.
We're talking based on the figures that was released from the central
No.
bank.
Those figures has nothing to do with what transpired in the first year of this administration.
So you believe also that the country had money to run for 3 days? Do you believe that as well?
Let's see if I can explain that to you.
Okay, go
I grew
ahead.
up with a man called a Baptist church. Right? So let me see if I can break this down very simple. It is like running a home. The first thing, let me explain to you one thing first. And we say we want somebody to talk to us honestly. And one thing my Prime Minister said to us, wean yourself off the government. And the citizens went crazy off of that. So let me start as you talk about 3 days of money. So, if you're running a house, let me explain to you. Rupert Walcott was his name. So let me give you a business strategy, how this thing works. Because this is not just talking that 3 days to run. This is not a house. This is a country with 1.4 million people, and the government employs more than 70% of the workers throughout Trinidad and Tobago. The government is the biggest employer of citizens in this country. So let me start. I have a truck that works 3 days per week. This is the government. The truck is BPR, MOCO, and all the gas and oil companies and everybody that pay taxes. They pay taxes every 3 months. I have citizens to pay every fortnight. So my truck works 3 days for the taxes, and the other 2 days, if you want to make a 5-day work week, works to run the household. To pay you who works in CPEP, pay the man who cleans the road in the county, and pay all civil servants. So the money that I collect in taxes from these oil companies goes towards paying the mortgage for the house that we live in, that the gas I subsidize. And the money that I hustle on the road, other than that with the truck, is to pay all the bills. So if every month I have 6,000 coming in from BPR MOCO, and the money that I run for on the road during the week is supposed to make 4,000. And every week I have to add the 4,000 to pay you, the CPEP worker, and everybody else. That's how it works out. So when I come into office now and take over the house, BPR MOCO still pay any taxes. But the 4,000 that the truck used to work for, the man before he done spend that. So the only thing the government at the central bank will come to tell me, I have to find more money quick to pay the next set of salary and CPEP workers and everybody and keep the house running. We still have the money coming all about. We still have the money saving the Heritage and Stabilization Fund. We still have the money. But the actual money to run the country on a day-to-day basis, we don't have that. That is what he meant by having money to run the country for 3 days. Do you understand that?
Why did he not say that?
Who did not say that?
Whoever you're referring to that made the
governor,
statement.
the Minister of Finance had to say that. The Minister of Finance is saying what the governor of the central bank said to him. Is how you interpret. If you understand how economics works, is how you interpret it.
Yeah, but when you're talking to a population like Trinidad and Tobago, to play semantics with words will be unfortunate.
That is not playing semantics because I challenge the same man. You know what the same man said? When the Minister of Finance made that statement, I will take him to court. It is 4 years. Have you done that as yet? No. So when you come and show that narrative out to me now, I have to try to come to bring the balance on the next end. Enjoy your evening, ma'am.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your call. Okay, so we've heard his explanation. I'm not sure if, well, his explanation is based on his interpretation of what was said.
Well, it's his understanding of it. And I will say, while he was speaking, I went to look at the
actual
auditor's
figures.
report.
Yeah. Because I saw you research it.
Yeah,
and
because
that's the difference with this show and every other show. We would be doing it as you're talking. Go ahead.
I think your categorization about semantics with words is correct. And let's be honest about what politicians do. They will pull out what they can do and do what they have to do with the words. And I'm going to read a paragraph from this auditor's report, which is pretty boring to read for persons who understand.
Who don't like finance and figures.
Yeah,
I see you on the line, caller. Just 2 minutes. Give us a
most of the
second.
population wouldn't read it. The exchequer account in the bank for the consolidated fund, the account was overdrawn by $33,367,515,723.84, an increase of $1.4 billion or 4% when compounded with the previous year's balance of $31,950,190,495. Now, this account has been consistently in overdraft since 2003.
Yes.
This is the auditor's report.
Yes.
Submitted in September 25th, not September, based on figures.
From September.
For the fiscal year ending September 30th, 2015.
Got you.
And what it says, Trinidad and Tobago, and the point, if you want to be completely honest with your population, the point should be that there was an increase of $1.4 billion on the overdraft. We always enter overdraft and we usually take a certain amount. However, when you came into office, there was a $1.4 billion extra overdraft, and that is the position to fight from. However, a lot of times we don't give our population the credit of intelligence to understand what that means. So sometimes we sensationalize it, and I'll use Dr. Rowley's exact statements. When he spoke about the media, some of you need to remember to try to be credible instead of trying to be incredible.
Really? I like that. That's catchy.
It is, and it makes sense, but our politicians have done that. And every time I see attacks on the media, I will say, listen, you all have facilitated this. There are politicians who call the media just in time to get something to say and feed you with some information to throw you off. And then there are politicians who don't answer the phone for a response.
Let's see who's there. Caller, you live.
Miss Wells, good afternoon.
Hey, Guru, where you come out?
Hi there, man. Mr. X, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Aisha Wells, let me tell you what Dr. Rowley said in 2015, December 2015. He said that the resources of this country, that was an address to the nation,
Right.
He said the resources of this country are not insignificant. Two negatives, make it a positive. In other words, we had a lot of resources. That is what he was saying. So let me start over. The resources of this country is not insignificant. And then he went on to item. He said, we have $11 billion in foreign reserves. That is when the PNM came in, that which was left by the last government. We have 11, you can research the speech.
We're doing it right now. Go ahead.
Right. We have $11 billion in foreign reserves. I think he said 10, but it was 11. We have $5.7 billion in the Heritage and Stabilization Fund. We have some $300 million in local banks. The Minister of Finance sometime later said that all the ministries had hundreds of millions of dollars in their bank account. He said the Ministry of Sport, for example, had over $550 million in its bank account, and we were able to take $150 million of that to buy ribbon to open the aquatic center, the cycling velodrome, and the racket center. You understand? So this is what they meant. At the end of that year, because as somebody just rightly said, taxes come out in every quarter. At the end of 2015, which was December, the $13 billion in taxes went into the Treasury. The reason that Mr. Imbut was saying that was we only had money for 3 days is because the government carried the election very close to the end of the fiscal year, Aisha. And if you remember that same year that Kamala Prasad Bisesa had to cut the budget, each ministry got a cut of $7 million, except the Ministry of Social Development and the Ministry of the People, because there was a drastic fall in the oil price. So there was a cash flow problem. And that is why they had to go and max out according to the overdraft.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not that the country the Treasury had no money. The last government left over 120 billion TT dollars there. You understand? All Colin had to do was go and raise the borrowing rate from the central bank from 15% to 20%, and hey presto, he had money. And in the end of the fiscal year, at the end of that quarter, December 2015, they got $13 billion. $5 billion out of that, Aisha Wells, was to go and pay the public servants their back pay, because they had already put on the increase. $5 billion of that was to go and pay the public servants their back pay. So when they come in and tell you the money they only had for 3 days, that is stupid talk. That is sensationalism. And they feed that to some of them, like the one who called just now, feed that to them, and they feel the very country only had money for 3 days. Foolish talk. The country didn't have money. The budget ran out. The budget allocation ran out, and therefore you had to go and borrow from the central bank. It's not that the country didn't have money. The last government left $120 billion in the Treasury. So when they come with this stupid talk about the country, research it, and you will see what Dr. Rowley said in 2015, December of 2015. Thank you, Aisha.
All right, Guru, thank you so much for sharing. Let me read your comments. Locked on from Radio Irie Studies in the UK/TNT. Keep the balance. It's nice. Thank you so much, caller. All right, Shamika Williams on our Facebook page says, it have money for 3 days. It was raped and abused. Reina Diaz, that's your police lady, she is saying that's his interpretation. All right, thank you, Rena. Caller, you're live.
So he explained it just as what I was saying. So they run the money right down to the last. So when they came out of office,
they carried over. 1.4 billion is plenty over. I'm not saying, and I want you to understand something. Hold on. Just give me 1 second. Well, I just want to clarify this. I know that when I say things like that, it does irk some people, but I want you to understand I'm saying it from a position of real balance. I have no horse in the race. I'm saying that what should have been really told to the public, and we need to educate our public instead of trying to just play smart with foolishness, in Colin Imbert's words. And I'm saying we have to tell them the government before took our overdraft up by another $1.4 billion, which was above what we were accustomed doing. We've been in overdraft for 2003, which is the more important point. We've been suffering and underdeveloped since 2003.
Let him come in. We have a minute or so. Go ahead, caller.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. See all you saying it?
Yeah.
The whole population know that. Because here we tell me in 2015 or 2010, Mr. Manning is spending debt to GDP is too high. Mr. Manning is spending $43 billion. And if we continue our debt to GDP, we will continue going on the same road and having deficit for 10 years.
That's terrible, and them come and spend 60?
And when you left office, you left with a budget at 65, bigger than what you promised me, Miss Welch. The promise you made to me in 2010 never fulfilled.
I made no promise. I just want to say that. The way how you say Miss Wells, you throw me in that batch. Hold up. I made no promises.
Understand where we going with this, Miss Wells.
I'm going with you. Go ahead.
Right? You are talking about the Holland and Privat, but you know you create one who gone in a country where have no expedition, PTD take place, SIS. So what we decided to vote for and give the first female Prime Minister 29 seats to see a difference in our balance. I get like 400 million, and one man who gets 36 million, the wife take a divorce, the court says she didn't take half. So what I change the government, get me largest
I didn't even know he get divorced.
Who
get divorced?
And
Hold on, who get divorced?
This administration spending 52 billion now.
Who divorced? Who get divorced?
Excuse me?
Who get divorced?
So you ain't know the man who get 36 million why apply for a divorce?
No, that's what we asking you.
We talking about
keeping food were going on.
All
The man who get the 36 million or 37 million, why if I apply for the boss?
God. 10 seconds, caller. We want you back after the break. Call me back. Hey. Well, look, thing. Kobo P and me or what? How come I can't pick up something like that?
We know the streets because we talk to the streets.
Come talk with us on the Street 911.